Hi everyone, welcome. It's Kathy here from Grace Company, and I am here with
Mr. Clean.
Yes,
No,
Mr. Clean.
Martin here. So just so you guys all know, that's my nickname over here is Mr. Clean. So we'll see next time whoever watches this, what is my nickname?
That's
Maybe
right.
We'll give you guys a special prize if you guys know my nickname.
There you go. And we are here with our friends from Ken's Sewing Center. Yay!
Yeah.
How's everybody doing this morning?
We've got Kevin and Brad here, and we're excited to be here with all of you and talk about my favorite thing, my favorite product, two of my favorite products actually.
It's the one my wife has.
Yeah, it's the one I have at home as well.
There's a reason why my wife has that one.
Yeah.
And my wife is very particular on what, you know, who she marries.
Yeah, right.
Everything that we have, she's very particular. So the
19x Elite. Yes, we're excited to be here and talk about that today. So it looks like we have some people coming in. We'd love to see who's watching and where you're from, and we've got Paula on, and she's excited.
Yep, from Indiana.
From Indiana, yeah. We're here in Utah, and they're out there in Alabama. They're hot and humid out there today, they said.
Hot and humid. But we're excited with what Ken's has been doing. You know, Brad and Kevin, you guys can see they're wonderful people to run a business, and so it's no exception for us to jump on with them. This is our actually second digital event with them. The first one went really well. We want this one to even be better. Yes,
definitely. And we're again talking about our favorite product, at least mine.
Yep.
I just got it set up in my home just the last couple of weekends. I've been playing around with it. It's been so fun.
Good.
So yeah.
We have people in Montana coming in.
Oh wow.
Yep. So yeah, let us know where you're watching from. This is a live event, so you guys get to see mistakes happen, all the behind the scenes, but questions. More importantly, put your questions in the field. You know, Kevin here, the owner of Ken's. You know, Brad, his right hand man, right there. Is running the show too. So any questions, please feel free to ask. That's the best way for you to figure out.
It is.
About the 19x Elite.
Yes, definitely. It's the best way if you have any questions. We've got Judy, 100 degrees.
Can you guys beat that?
In Louisiana.
Kevin and Brad, you guys beat 100 degrees or?
I don't care where you're from, 100 degrees is hot.
It is true.
It's a great day to be quilting with it being that hot outside. That's what you're being.
Inside with your air conditioning going.
Yep, that's true.
We'll be complaining about it's too cold, so you can make it quick.
Exactly, because you know the cold is coming, right? It's 100 today, but next week, especially here in Utah, it could be snowing.
Hey, there you go.
Never know.
Kentucky, we have Nancy's from upstate New York. Yeah, keep them coming in. You know, we're excited for this event.
Yes,
so
we are.
Pull them in.
Yeah. So first of all, when we're talking about our awesome deals that we've got, Kent, that they are giving to you guys today, you are going to be blown away.
Yes.
But we want to make sure that you know how to contact Ken's, because they're the ones giving you the deal. They're the ones that you'll want to contact. You'll see this ticker going across the screen here. It shows you their address, their phone number, their email address. That's how you call them. That's how you get to them. You email them, say, I want this amazing deal, and they will take care of you over there. Yes, definitely.
You know, before we get to you guys, I love working with
Hello, Judy. It's good to see you on here. I think we lost Grace for a minute. We're happy to be here. This is our second event that we've done with Grace, and we really look forward to you guys seeing these deals we're doing. Kevin might tell you a little bit about our store and website.
Grace is, we've been doing business with Grace well over a decade now. Grace is one of the best companies out there by far from a service standpoint. You know, once you get your machine, you're going to get a great price from us, and Brad will talk about the prices here very shortly. But once you purchase a machine from Grace, you have both us and them to rely on no matter where you're located in the country. If you're on the West Coast, you're a little bit closer to them. So if you need help, that you can get your machine to them very quickly. But you're always welcome to call us first, be sitting in front of your machine. We'll be glad to help you with any kind of you may have on your machine. We give you our premium support package with any machines you purchase from Ken Sewing Center, and then we can pair up with Grace, get your problem taken care of, or help you with any accessories. It looks like we have our buddies back.
We're back.
Wave is trying everything today.
Yeah.
It's getting.
Bear with us. We're going to have things happen. We'll be right back online with you. So I'll turn it back over to them. They're fixing to show you a great deal today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Before we do talk about the 19X Elite, though, I would like to just point out this amazing light bar here in the background. I can't even quilt without a light bar. I'm getting older. My eyes are going, as Mark can tell you. I have to put my glasses on just to see anything. The light bar is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
So we just want to, before we get started on the machine and the deal, show you a little video that Kevin has put together about the luminous light bar, and you will see why when we do talk about that deal. So here's a little clip from Kevin talking about this amazing light bar.
Awesome.
This video, we're going to talk to you about the Grace Luminous Light Bar. Probably run into with any sewing, quilting, or crafting project is not enough light to illuminate the area that we're working with. You're not able to enjoy doing what you want to do for a longer period of time. Well, the luminous light bar takes care of that. You can get up and over your quilting frame, your cutting table. If you have a commercial embroidery machine, this works great. The type of light is very important. It's a soft white light. It's going to allow you to match your colors to your fabric. It's going to pop so you can see what you're doing, cutting down on glare. These bulbs will last for thousands of hours. You don't have to worry about that at all. It's an easy on-off switch. You can get extenders so you have a larger surface. Maybe you've got a longer quilting frame that you're working with. You need to expand it out. It is on caster wheels, so we can easily move it around where we need to. But all this is solid metal, so it's going to hold up for you. You're going to be able to enjoy what you're doing for a longer period of time. Ken Sewing Center carries every configuration of the Grace Luminous Light Bar. You're going to be able to easily get it where you want to. Assembly is a breeze. Everything just snaps into place. Literally in 10-15 minutes you'll have it together and ready to go. Then when you need to move it out of the way, it's on the caster wheels. I can move it where I need to for storage or getting it out of the way. So for all your quilting, garment construction needs, embroidery needs, the light bar is the way to go. So feel free to check out our website. We have great pricing on the luminous light bar. If you have questions, feel free to give us a call. We'll be glad to help you with anything you have need of on the Grace Luminous Light Bar. What you're going to get is you're going to get 2 color lamps built in on the light bar. It's going to produce a soft light. It's going to reduce shadows. There's low heat involved with these lamps. You don't have to worry about that. And again, we can move this around because everything's on caster wheels.
All right, that is such a good video. It tells all about the light bar. I mean, like he's saying, the shadows, it really helps with the shadows. I have my frame up in a loft where it doesn't get much light, so the light bar has been really great for that. Yeah.
Kevin, I liked what you said, with the casters and being solid, solid metal. The casters are really nice, and it's really light, and I like with the casters, you can move it over the product, so we want to move this up.
I believe you guys have lost sound. One thing about the light bar too that I like is when I'm installing these machines and frames, I always like to put the light bar together first so I can kind of see what I'm doing. It makes it a lot easier. Like you say, we're not getting any younger.
Yeah,
it's true.
I've never had to replace a bulb. We have sold, I would say, at least 1,000 of the light bars, and I don't know, Brad, making them from a service standpoint, but it's extremely rare to have one go out because an LED light bulb is generally rated for at least 40 to 50 hours of continuous use. That's several years of it being on.
Yeah. Can you hear us okay now? Are we good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
That's perfect. That's a beautiful thing about working live, right? I mean, that's what happens. But what I was saying was just like what you were saying there. But as a quilter, think about the room you're in. You can never have too much light. You probably have nice can lights, you have lamps. You can never have too much light because
Right.
we want that true light, right? We want to be able to soften the shadows. We want to be able to line up the colors. We want to line up the thread. We want to line up everything so
Yeah.
it looks all nice. And so you never have too much light. And the light bar, just like what Kevin was saying, gives you all of that
Exactly.
in a nice, and it doesn't take up all that space. It fits right over the frame perfectly.
Yeah, and you can see here we've got the 5-foot Evolution hoop frame, but it fits over the Qnique frame, the Q-Zone hoop frame, any of your smaller frames, it'll fit right on over very nicely. So,
Absolutely.
So one thing that we neglected to do was to talk about all of our customers here that have pre-registered for the event. So because they pre-registered, we want to give someone something. So first of all, let's talk about pre-registering. If you didn't pre-register this time, don't worry, we're going to have another event soon, and you can pre-register it for it in advance. But all you need to do is go onto Ken's website, click on the link where it says register for event when it's showing the event, and as long as you do it at least a day or so in advance, you'll be on that pre-registration list.
Yep.
So let's see, what should we give someone? I'm thinking possibly the True Cut travel kit.
Let's do it.
Now, I mean, look at this travel kit. This is an amazing
Yeah, it has everything
bag.
you need, right?
It has everything. Yeah.
And just like it says, travel kit. So if you travel, and we know a lot of quilters like to travel, either to their guild, on road trips,
Yep.
wherever you're at, the travel kit will give you what you need to get all your projects started.
Yes.
And maybe sometimes even in a position where you can go and start quilting them.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can at least get all your pieces cut and put together. It's all here in this small bag. You've got your cutter, your mat. You've got a place to go ahead and just stick those pieces on to see if you like the way it's looking.
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing.
It is amazing. And one thing, I mean, Pam Hargrove is saying, hey, I want one. For anybody else who's thinking
Yep.
about getting one, and you're not going to win this one, go to Ken's, right there, the link down below. Go to Ken's. You can buy the travel kit through Ken's.
Yes, you can.
But before we give away, I just want to, I
Okay.
mean, Ken Sewing Center, wonderful thing is it Pro Porcupine? You know, received a search list yesterday, Cutie Breeze en route for delivery today. Great customer service from Ken's. Thank you, Amanda. So that's just something that we see all the time.
All day long.
All day long,
Everyone
we hear
loves
it.
Ken's. They love the service. The service, the service, the service. That is what I hear in and out all day long.
100%.
Ken's is the best with customer service, taking care of their customers, helping them if they need anything, getting the product they need. So we love to hear that. And that's one of the main things we love about Ken's.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
All right, so let's see. This is by random drawing. Let's see who won our pre-register travel kit. Da-da-da, drum roll. Kathleen Williams has won the travel kit. Yay! So Kathleen, go ahead and email legra@graceframe.com. She'll get you all taken care of. But we do have your information since you did pre-register, so she'll also contact you and get that sent out for you.
Yep.
Congratulations, that's so exciting.
Yes, and again, if you didn't win, which only one winner, that
Yeah.
means the rest of you guys who are dreaming of this, go to Ken Sewing Center,
Yep.
get the travel kit, and then check out all the other awesome stuff they have from Grace Company on their site while
Definitely.
you're there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so 19X Elite, this big boy right
Yes.
here is what we are talking about. It is a fantastic machine, and we're going to talk all about. But first of all, I think that Brad and Kevin are so excited about the pricing that they maybe want to talk about that first.
Yeah,
I think they want to get you guys excited.
I think they
Yeah.
should, as we talk about the product, because
Yeah.
you're going to see the price from these two gentlemen, and then you're going to go to their website or give them a call because it's going to be too hard to say no and pass that up. So,
I haven't seen this price.
No.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't.
amazing.
So let's turn the
Anytime
time
we
on.
do a virtual event with you guys, what we want to do is we want to give the very best price possible. We're going to give you great customer service after the sale. The name on the building means everything in the world to us. We're We're a family-owned operated business, so we don't forget our founder in everything that we do. So when we do an event, there's no way you're gonna get this price anywhere else. We want you to call us and establish a relationship with us. I have 4 technicians in our store to help you with any question that you have and service after the sale. We have these set up on our sales floor, so if you have a question, we can FaceTime with you. If you're not in our area, we can help you with any kind of questions you have needed. You're gonna get that on top of the great special and the great price. So I'm gonna let Brad tell you about all that we have ongoing during this event.
Hey, I'm excited to give you guys these prices today. What we have is the 19x Elite machine that you guys saw. Plus, you're going to get a free frame. It's going to come with either the Qnique, the Q-Zone hoop frame, or the Q-Zone queen frame. We are going to do this for $1,000 off of our already low price, $64.99. That's the lowest price we've ever done this combo for before, and I've never seen it, and probably never see it again after this. It's also going to include a free accessory pack that's worth over $1,000. We're going to go into that accessory pack here in a minute. But here we go. We got it up. We got a thread. We got the Wonderfoot Qnique laser. We're going to have the horizontal spool holder, 2 packs of bobbins, cut mat combo, cutter combo, 3-piece hopping foot kit, 3 motion starter kit. That's going to have everything you need to get this in there and set it up and start quilting day one. The one other thing is going to apply to all of our machines, all of our Grace machines and packages. We're going to give you another $500 off. So any machine you buy, we're going to give you another $500 off of that. It's a $500 rebate across the board on all Qnique machines and Grace frame combos. So that's going to bring the price on this down $59.99.
Wow.
Also, we are going to give you a free light bar that we just talked about. We wanted to throw that in there for you. That's something that's usually an add-on. It's a very valuable product. So all these savings, you're saving well over $3,000. So you're going to be paying $59.99 for the machine, the frame, the light bar, the bonus kit, everything you need to get started. You just have to give us a call. Give us a call here at the store, shoot us an email. We'll get somebody with you. We'll get you one shipped out today.
Wow.
Brad, we were just like looking at that price, and we knew doing these events is something amazing.
Yeah.
That's why people watch. They want to see what's going on. But more importantly, they're waiting for that price.
Yes.
And you're right, Brad. That's the lowest price that's being offered, and there's no one else who can have it. And then maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but there's probably limited supply at that price, right? Limited supply that you guys have that goes for that price, and so you do want to get in and buy that, because once I believe that what you have is limited supply. And how long are you looking to keep maybe that price for?
We're looking to keep this price through, I would say, the end of next week. Next week sometime. I know we have 25 light bars, I expect, for all of them to be gone by the end of the week next week. So I think we can do it until then.
Yeah, I think people will be snapping those up. So I think you'll want to call sooner rather than later.
That's right.
Definitely to get this still.
Now the price is one thing, that's a great price, but knowing the machine and what you're buying is another thing we want to talk about, because price can only take you so far, but price is the first step, right? Knowing that this is affordable. Think about the long arms out there, right? Brad and Kevin, long arms out there that go for, $15,000, $25,000, and put a 1 in the comment if this is a hobby for you. This is a hobby that you have a small throat machine, you free motion quilt,
right?
You come to these events because you're like, you know what, I've been looking in the market, I'm interested. But put a 1 in the comment again if this is a hobby for you, that you're looking just to expand, get maybe a better sewing machine on a better system with a light bar.
Right. At a good price.
At a great price,
Yeah.
And what I love about this machine is it's got all the features. I mean, it's not anything. I mean, it even has edge warning. Am I right?
It does.
Yes,
we're going to talk about that for sure. Yeah, I know. It is amazing. It's a great machine.
It is a great machine. And so for all those ones that are coming through as a hobby, the Qnique machines, they are they're great for the hobbyist.
Yes.
As you see the price right there to get a 19-inch machine. As I mentioned, my wife has this machine and she's been quilting for over 20 plus years and it's still a hobby for her. You can never outgrow your hobby, but you're always looking for something that helps your hobby move along a little better.
Make it a little easier.
Make it a little easier.
Yeah, definitely. Especially I'm a new quilter, so it's a new hobby for me. It's one I'm definitely loving at the moment. And to have a machine that makes it so easy for me has been great.
That's right.
Yeah.
The 19X Elite, a little bit of history, this machine, has been on the market for a few years, and it's been growing a lot faster than other machines because of, you have that nice 19. It's not a short arm, and it's not way too big that you can't control or you think it's just out of control, right? So out of your control, I should say. So the 19X Elite is the perfect long arm at the perfect price to get your hobby even kick-started even more.
Definitely. It's good for people that are shorter like me. It's good for people that are taller like Mark. I mean, we've got the tall and short here. So
that's right.
I mean,
tall and short, black and blue. See the shirt? It's like,
exactly.
Yeah. So let's look at the 19X Elite as we talked about. Let's talk about all the features, all the glory, so we can put that great price to a great machine.
Okay.
And hook those together.
All right, where should we start on this machine? Where do you want to start?
Well, let's first talk about, the biggest thing that people always look at is the 7-inch screen. That's the first thing that stands out, right? 7-inch screen. Let's talk about the screen and all the features that you get from the screen. So
the nice thing about this screen is for people, as we had started earlier in this live event, talking about my old eyes, right? So the reason I love this is because of the size of the screen. I can see it. I don't have to put my glasses on. I know where all the controls are. I can control my machine directly from this screen. It's got right here your modes. So we have the 4 different modes that this machine has. The precise mode, cruise mode, manual mode, and the basting mode. And we can talk about all those different modes here in a minute. It's got your controls to change your stitches per inch. So if you want longer stitches, shorter stitches, all of that. What else do we have?
I also like over here the other features that you get. You get needle jog forward and backwards. You get single stitch up and down. You got needle up and down, and that's just on the front screen right here. And the needle jog forward and backward allows you to move the needle up and down, essentially jog if you need to go a little, bring it to the quilt a little closer. If you want to raise it up, you could do that by just right here on the screen without twisting the hand wheel in the back.
Yes.
You have a toolbox, right?
Oh.
So on the toolbox,
we've got so many fun options in the toolbox, things that don't come with all the machines, but so useful here in this X Elite machine. We've got the measuring tool. So say you want to measure a square of your quilt and you don't want to pull out your measuring tape. You can measure it directly from this screen here. What else do we have in our fun little toolbox?
So you got the calculator, bobbin estimator, and I love the bobbin estimator because it will, and it's even better because it allows you to put in different types of thread, right? You're using cotton, you're using polyester. This is, it takes an M-class bobbin.
Oh, what does that mean for those that are maybe just watching because they found us on YouTube and are wondering what we are?
Great question. So it's the bobbin, so you can quilt longer without needing to change out your thread, right? Because the lower the bobbin, the more thread you're going to go out real quick, especially on the long arm. So the M-class bobbin. So I love the bobbin estimator. But edge warning, right? That's what Brad was talking about. It has edge warning. These are the only machines that have this feature, and I'll tell you, it will save your bacon.
Yes, it will. Okay. Yes, because if you are quilting towards the edge of the front of your frame and you haven't set the edge warning, how many times have you been quilting and you're doing these beautiful circles and spirals and you hit the edge and it becomes a square?
I think it's happened to happens to all of us. We're going around and you're like, well, that doesn't look like a circle. So you get out your trusty picker and you're just now unpicking that because I did not want it. I wanted a circle. So that's what it is. Front and side to side. And side to
side and the back, really. So as you're getting close to the back of your frame, sometimes your needle's going to hit and again make a square where you wanted a spiral.
Yep. Stay with us because we'll turn it on here shortly to show you how that works. So stay with us on that one.
Yeah. And then we also have a little project page. So basically it's going to show you how long you've been working on a particular project, how long the machine's been in use, all of the details.
Yep. Okay, then we also have, right?
Oh, yes. So this is going to be your help section and your instruction manual, which I can't even tell you how useful this is. Shows you tips and tricks of how to quilt, shows you maintenance, which maintenance for this machine, there's not a lot.
No.
But it shows you how and where to oil if need be, but really it's not a whole lot. Troubleshooting, because we all have little issues now and again, and how to use the touch screen. If you're new to the machine itself, it'll show you how to do that.
Yeah, let's go back to that maintenance and let's talk about maintenance here real quick.
Okay.
As we pull up maintenance, it show you where to how to oil, where to oil, oiling guide, Qnique guide right on there. But more importantly, on the maintenance side, like you said, the machine doesn't lead on maintenance. Now, Ken Sewing Center does a phenomenal job with their teams on making sure that machines that come in get serviced and sent out in a timely manner. They have a great repair service team that takes care of the machines. But you buy through Ken Sewing Center, and let's say you're not even close to their store, right? And you don't have to be, right? They have a website you go and order from. These Qnique machines are easily maintained by you in your own home. We did that on purpose.
Yeah, because you're a hobbyist, a lot of you. Some of you are not, but most of you are hobbyists. So
yeah, we don't want you to take the machine in off your frame.
Yeah, and have to take it in, get it fixed.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make it easy. So you can give Ken's a call. They will help you out. They have a service team. They will FaceTime with you, see if there's any issues that they can fix over the phone. But it's a nice, easy machine.
It is.
Yeah.
Let's bring them back in. What do you guys have any thoughts on the maintenance of the machine?
Yeah, we do spend a lot of time on FaceTime and Google Meet. We can do either one. So if you're an iPhone, use your Android, use your Zoom, whatever you want to do. We've got people that can iPhone with you. We can watch what you're doing. We can tell you exactly what to do. We're familiar enough with these machines that we can go in there and say, hey, can you show me a picture of this? What does it look like? Let's make it look like this. Snapshot, oh great, it's working. And most of the time you're going to get your issue fixed. If you do have one, this machine is not problematic. I don't see parts wear out. I don't see things break. Most of the things we can fix over the phone.
Yeah, and I love that, right?
Yeah.
Times have changed, right, Brad? Times have changed where over the phone service is way better than what it was. The maintaining the machines, that's why we did it this way, because it's not like back in the day where you have to go in and get them serviced, get them tuned up. With these times of change, we want you to know that you have that comfort. You have that level of assurance that when you buy the Qnique machine, that you got support from not only Ken Sewing Center, but we support them in any aspect. And they talk about that FaceTime. I like what Paula says. Paula Becker says, super easy to maintain. That, I mean, just like we're saying, it's super easy to maintain. And so we want you quilters to have a peace of mind that when you're quilting, we want you to quilt. We don't want you to have to quilt and
fix a machine
at the same time. Let's just keep you quilting, and that's what these machines are for, is to keep you quilting. Finish those projects, right? How many quilt tops do we have ready that you want to quilt? A lot.
Let's see how many people have out there. How many UFOs do you guys have? Put the number in the comments. Let's see how many people are floating around with.
And then look at that number. Look at the price that Ken's gave you. Get the machine so that number can dwindle down on those UFOs. So yeah, maintenance is very, very easy to maintain on the machine. Now on our settings too, this is where you can just customize the machine and lighting and all the other things.
So if you need less light, you can tone down some of the lighting. If you need more, you can bring it up. If you're sensitive to sounds, you can turn off the sounds. But if you like the sounds as reminders when you get close to an edge, that option is there as well.
Absolutely. So this is where you customize it. So it's the little things that go a long way. And that's what we provide in this machine. Okay, so that's the screen. Let's look at the rest of the machine. We'll
Okay.
start with the handlebars.
Okay, so this is one of the things I love the most about the handlebars. They are adjustable. They can come out, they can go in. So for the tall and short people, they can go. I found myself that I like to quilt with my handlebars more inwards. Makes it a little bit easier for me. But I know some people like to quilt with them on the outside or straight up and down. So it's fully adjustable, both sides, so you can put it at your comfort level.
Yeah, so quilt at your comfort.
Yeah, exactly.
Customize where you want to go. Buttons on the handlebars, right?
Yes.
There's 4 of them, and they're easy to operate because they have pad printed on there.
Yes.
This is your stop and go, your play, and yes, your needle up, needle down.
Yes, and then this will change your stitches per inch, so you don't have to use the touchscreen. You can, but you could also use the handle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, 19-inch throat. So we've
19
already
inch.
established that, 19-inch
Yes.
throat. One thing that I love about these machines, and I keep not bringing it up, but it's such a small thing, is this hopping foot. So that hopping foot, you can rearrange it from either,
Yes.
right now it's on the back side, on the hopping foot. You can actually move that to the side.
Right.
And the reason why I bring that up is when you're free motion quilting and you're using your own sewing machine, normally that position of the hopping foot is to the side of the
Right,
needle.
and
So
that's
you are
what you're
comfortable.
used to.
That's what you're used
Yeah.
to. So you can actually customize the hopping foot to be how you like it and have it on the side of the needle or behind the needle.
Right. If you have one eye that's better than the other, there are people out there that are that way. Maybe this just kind of bothers you, so you turn it one way or the other. Yeah, it's really nice.
The 19-inch throat, built-in bobbin winder.
Yes, built-in bobbin winder, so you can go ahead and fill your own bobbins with the thread that you are comfortable with that matches your quilt tops.
I'm just going to bring this forward
Okay.
just to show how much is on there. So it's just so long on the throw space. Cast iron body.
Cast iron body, and that helps with the maintenance. So we have it fully enclosed, so there's not dust or lint or oils or pet hair, whatever you have, getting into your machine. That helps with the maintenance, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as we're talking about the long arms,
Yes.
Kathy, what separates? Why would we want to do? Why would we want a long arm over a smaller throat machine?
Well, I will tell you. So you only can quilt the amount of area that your throat space allows. So if you're currently working on your favorite machine and it's got about a 9 or 10 inch throat space, when you're free motion quilting on a frame, that's going to give you about 7 or 8 inches of quilting area. And that makes you have to stop and change your fabric and roll it or move it if you're on a hoop frame more often. So with 19 inches, that's going to let you do a 17-inch square without having to change your fabric, move it, roll it, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, saves time.
Yeah, saves time.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, because people always ask, the long arm, especially when they have either a smaller machine. So.
Yeah.
And I love that comment right there from Dee, right?
Yeah.
I love my 19X. They bought through Ken's, and so thank you, Dee, on that one.
Yes.
Okay, so the 19X Elite, we've already went over how easy it is to maintain.
Yes.
The throat space, the adjustable
display.
handles, the display, and easy to operate. When you think about long arming, how many of you get scared? Right? So
Yes.
yeah, she's not scared to raise her hand. How many of you guys get scared? Because it is maybe a big transition.
It is,
Or
yeah.
we think because we went from our smaller machine that the transition to go to long arm, and now you have to do your own free motion. And I always hear, I can't free motion quill. It's not what I do. Don't let that stop you
No.
from moving forward in your hobby, because this is your quilting, and a lot of those numbers
Right.
came in. I saw like 5s, 3s, 1s, 4s on those.
So many quilts out there.
Yes.
Ready to be quilted.
Yeah, get them finished.
Yeah.
The 19X helps that transition because it is very, very low maintenance. We have pad print to show you how to thread the needle. And there's not any screens on the side of the machine. We wanted to keep it simple.
Yeah.
We wanted you to feel comfortable as a user of your own sewing
domestic.
machine, that you can transition very, very easy. without any hiccups as you transition
Right,
forward.
it makes it familiar. Like with a new machine, you look at it and you're like, oh, I recognize this. This is similar to my machine that I have.
Yes.
My smaller, with less throat space machine.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
the 19X Elite. So the 19X, why go big? Well, we just explained why go big.
Yeah.
A lot of quilters out there say go big or go home, right?
Yes.
Why go big? Well, we just gave you reasons, and the biggest reason is we want to make sure you feel comfortable. Not only did Ken's provide that phenomenal price with all those
so
freebies
amazing.
and that rebate, you're getting this 19X
Yeah.
Elite with your free frame. Might I have?
Yeah.
With a free frame for under 6,000, with that rebate of 500, right?
Right,
Under
it's
6,000.
so amazing, so amazing. And if you have any questions, give them a call. They have all the answers.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a bigger throat machine, they have other machines that are bigger throats,
Yeah, they
21s.
do.
But, this one, it's my favorite.
Yeah, it is. It
You know?
is our favorite.
Yeah.
Tracy and Iva, if I pronounce that right, me. So they're saying me because,
Yeah.
again, I asked that question, of being scared,
Yeah.
who doesn't want to transition. And so if that's you, the 19X Elite,
Is the right machine
it is right. I
Yeah.
promise you, we don't want you to get a machine
that you,
can't use, or
Right.
you don't know how to use, or you're on the phone. Again, we want you to do what you do best, and that's finish your quilts.
Yeah.
Like a lot of UFOs finish those quilts,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Okay, let's fire this up.
all right.
Just to show some of the modes that we have,
Okay.
right? So we talk about precise.
Okay, so with the precise mode, that one is going to, as you are going along stitching, if you stop the machine, it's going to stop as well. It's good for like doing points on stars or lines that you're making turns like squares. So as you are stitching, and I'm going to go ahead and just,
I'm just gonna move this over.
oh, there we go.
Oh, wait a minute.
A little technical there. Okay, so we're going to start. I press the button, and as I move my machine and I stop, it's going to stop the needle here as well.
Very precise, right?
Yes, very precise on the stitching there.
Yep. And I love that. And I saw how easy it was for you to move around.
Yeah.
It's on ball bearing wheels, and so you can fill the machine. You will once you buy the machine.
Yeah.
But when she's moving the machine, it's on ball bearing wheels, and there's 8 wheels on the machine.
Yep.
And there's 8 wheels on the carriage. And so you get that smooth transition.
Right.
So moving the machine around, it's going to be very smooth. So when you saw her doing it, she wasn't really gripping.
Right.
You can just now have it in front. But look how just smooth that is as she was doing around. Beautiful stitches, very quiet, and
One
on
of the-
precise.
Yeah. One of the things I love about all of the wheels and the fact that it's on ball bearings is I have kind of a sore back sometimes. I have a cute little grandbaby. I carry her around a lot. So my shoulders are kind of tight and, stress here at the job. Just kidding. So it is so easy to move around. I can do it with one arm. I can do it with both arms. But it's not putting that extra pressure moving the machine. It pretty much moves on its own.
Yeah, absolutely. Paula asked, do the 15 Pro feet fit on the 19X Elite? They do. So you have the smaller shanked foot, right? So they do fit on the 19X Elite. So Paula, if you have the 15 Pro and you have the feet, you can get the 19X Elite
Yes.
on.
Think of
with
all those
feet.
extra
So,
inches you would have
Yes.
on your throat space.
Yeah, Paula, it literally, guys, it's true. It's just so smooth, and it doesn't do any justice with us being here using this machine
Yeah.
while you're at home watching this. But I want to let you know just how smooth that is
Yeah.
moving around on your quilt top. So,
Yes.
okay, precise. Let's talk about cruise.
Okay, so cruise is really nice when you're doing circles or around curves. As you are moving the machine, it'll move. If you stop or
Meander around a little
meander
bit. Right?
around, it's going to keep stitching. So your stitches will keep going, keeping in a nice smooth line.
Yep.
I hope I made sense with that.
Yeah, you did. And so let's show that.
Okay.
And it goes from 5% up to 25% of that cruise
Yeah.
speed, right? So it's still regulated. As you can already tell, the regulation is built in.
Yes.
Right? So you have on precise and cruise regulated.
Mm-hmm.
So cruise has that constant cruise mode from 5% to 25%. And I'll tell you, what I love about the cruise mode when I use it is these handlebars can be adjusted for micro stippling.
Yes.
Right? And as you micro stipple, you want to move the machine slower than usual because you're filling in smaller areas.
Yes.
And cruise gives you that constant up and down speed, so you can move the machine slow, because as we just saw, precise, if you move the machine slow or stop, the needle will stop.
Yes.
So with cruise, it allows you to go just at that constant speed, right? So there you go.
Okay.
As you see, when she speeds up,
Still stitching.
it's still
We're gonna do
stitching,
a little.
right?
There we go.
There you go. And so very, very small, intricate work that you can do with the cruise. And so precise and cruise, there's difference between the two. Which one would you want to use? I get that question a lot. Which one should I use more of? Well, that comes down to you behind the machine, or in front of the machine,
Personal
I should
preference.
say, as you drive it. Yeah. If you want to use it, that's why we have them, because you will want to, at some point, fill in small areas, and you want a machine that can help you do so. You don't want to have a machine that you're fighting with, or the needle is slow or choppy, because if you stop again, if you're on precise, it will stop. So figure out how you're doing your quilting, but at least you have those options.
Yes,
so
you
that
have
way,
options.
if you come to that point, like, I'm going to micro stipple because I can.
What about if I have been a quilter for a while and I want to go a little bit faster? I kind of know my regulation. I know how to keep my stitches the same. What mode should we use for that?
Yeah. So as you turn to manual, great question, and we get that asked a lot. You know, if I'm a speed demon, and I like to put your foot down to the pedal, right? And you want the machine to go fast. Speaking of fast, 2,600 stitches per minute.
So fast.
Right? So you get 2,600 stitches per minute. So if you are running it at full speed, then it's going, I mean,
So
look how
fast.
smooth it is. It glides. We don't want that to go away from you. Just kidding. It's not going to go away from you, but you're going to have that power within your hands to finish that. So Dan, you know, while quilting, is it advisable to switch from cruise to precise and back to cruise?
Absolutely.
Great question. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're doing, what pattern you're doing within what area of your quilt.
Yeah.
So.
But keep in mind, precise and cruise are both regulated, right? So let's just go back to that again, because that's a great question. So as we run precise, and it regulates, right? So the slower or faster I go, you're going to have that happen as you go around. But let's just say now I want to go ahead and fill something in and go between precise and cruise. So we'll go ahead and stop it. We can come up to cruise, hit cruise on, because now I want to micro stipple what I just did on the free motion precise. So I'll turn that on, and I can move the machine very slow and have that micro stippling. And then if I speed up, that needle speeds up. So yes, absolutely. Go between the two. That's why they're there. Take advantage of that. Do what's best for you.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get back to manual mode, because again, we like to go fast.
Yes. People like to go fast. Nice straight lines, real fast.
30% right now that it's on, you can go all the way up to 100%. You can use that slider like Kathy told you earlier, so you can slide that up to 100% of the machine speed, or you can go all the way down to 5% of the machine speed, right? So if we turn it on, now manual mode, if you've already guessed or thought of it, you're right, that turns off the regulation.
It does, yes. So you have to feel comfortable using manual mode. Feel comfortable with your stitches and how fast or slow your machine should go to keep those stitches the same.
I do the eyeball test. What is the eyeball test, you might say? Well, the eyeball test is I look at the stitches, because you know what the stitches should look like. You know, pretty consistent. You don't want them big. You don't want them too small. So as I have it on manual mode, I look at my stitches knowing that if I'm going slower than I should, because the stitches are getting smaller, well then I'll just speed it up again by moving the handlebars. So I'm going to turn it on. So I'm doing the eyeball test to make sure those stitches stay the same length, but you can hear that motor just go and go and go. And even one hand off to the side here. Okay, you can see how smooth that is to go along. So there you go, that's 45%. So if you are that person that wants to go fast, manual mode is the way to go.
There you go. And then our final mode is going to be the basting mode. So if you're one that would like to baste your edges, baste parts of your quilt as you're working on it, it has that option as well.
That's right. Small, medium, and large,
Exactly.
right?
So
you have
depending on how big of stitches you want
Yep.
on your baste, yes.
Okay, so those are the stitch modes. I love how easy that was between the two
Yeah.
of them, or between all four of them, because you're going to quilt what is best for you at that time.
Sure.
And at 2600, it's going to be really, really fast.
Yes.
The machine, Kathy, so the 19X Elite, great comments, looking to upgrade. If you're thinking about, and you have been thinking about, a Qnique machine, now's the time to buy, especially with that rebate, the free light bar,
The accessory
the
package.
accessory pack,
Yeah.
and you get that support from Ken's.
Yeah.
Brad and Kevin, let's bring you back on. I just have a couple of thoughts I want to run by you. As we've been doing business for a long time, when someone buys through you, it's just not money that you're getting from them, right? You're getting a customer for life, and we take care of those customers. And you've been doing that for, remind us, everybody again,
How
the
many
amount
years?
of years you guys been doing that. That started with your dad, right?
Yeah, it started with my dad in 1971. He started our business, and I came on board in 2000, starting our website. And he and I worked together many, many years. He's been retired about 10 years now. He taught me everything I know about this business, and a lot of good principles that was laid about service. He said, "Son, that's the best part of doing business, is serving your customer." And we get more advertising by word of mouth than we do online and in any newspaper. To people telling people about us. We form relationships with people all over the country, really all over the world now, with the internet. We're continuing to grow, and we don't take that lightly. How much we do appreciate everybody that purchases from us. I tell people this all the time, and I sit in customer service with all my employees, and I field calls as well, because I want to hear what my customers are having to say. And we love it when they've purchased a Grace product, because I know the likelihood of me seeing that product back is going to be extremely rare. And if you do have a problem, I tell people these aren't made in heaven, they're made in a factory somewhere. Anything can happen. But I know the likelihood of that happening is going to be extremely rare. And I have plenty of guys here to help you. So Brad has been with me 22 years now as our store manager. He's our head quilting specialist. And I have other quilting specialists on the phone that can help you with any kind of question that you may have need of. We carry every model that Grace makes. And judging by what I'm getting notes slipped to me already, we'll probably be out of the special before the next week. So thank you to everybody so far that has purchased this machine. If you need help picking out the right machine for you, maybe the 19X, even this special is the best one we've ever had on it. We do still have some of the 16X. We do have some of the 21X if you need something that does a little bit more.
Yeah, and before, Brad, were you going to say something? I was going to say we have Kat coming on. If we can just put that price back up there, because we mentioned at the very beginning of this event.
Yes.
We'll put that price back up there, and you want to be sitting for that price. But if we can put that price, Brad, maybe talk a little bit about this price again and what they get.
Okay, so you're going to get the Qnique 19x Elite machine with the free frame. You're going to be able to choose between the Cutie Breeze, the Q-Zone Hoop, or the Q-Zone Queen. And I believe it was Kat that asked if you could put larger quilts on this frame. Yes, the Q-Zone Queen will do a queen size frame. The hoop frame will do up to a king size frame, and we'll get other frame choices too. Just give us a call. Get a $1,000 free accessory pack. Plus, we're going to give you a light bar for free, 5-foot light bar. You are also going to get a $500 rebate. That's off this already low price. You're going to get $500 off any machine you buy. As far as the Grace machines go, combos go, we're going to give you $500 rebate on that.
Wow.
And that's not all. If you have a machine that you want to trade, we do accept trades. Give one of my quilting specialists a call. We can help you with that. We do that every day.
And
absolutely.
It's awesome.
Going back to what we were talking about the quality of the machine and everything. I started here back in 2002. Started as a repairman. That's what I was hired to do. I worked in the repair room alongside Ken, learned a lot of the principles he was talking about from Ken, learned how to sell things too. So I eventually got into sales. All of our repairmen have done the same thing. The person that you talk to is more than likely going to be somebody who has set these up in someone's house, set them up in the store, repaired them. So what I tend to like to do is sell somebody something that I know is good quality. I'm not going to have issues at it. That's why I love Grace. But you are going to be able to spend you're going to have a relationship with your salesperson who's also going to be your repair person, who's also going to help you put it together. So you got a go-to person here, and you've got several of these people here. That's one unique thing about our store is the person you talk to is going to have a product inside.
Absolutely. You know, Kathy, when we do these events, we get to be and listen to, the customer service, the company that we partner with.
Yeah.
And it gets more people involved. You know, Kevin and Brad, since your dad started, you guys have been part of the quilting community for so long that all we're wanting to do we want to support it still, right? We want that community who has these charity quilts, who's looking to expand their hobby, who's looking to move a little bigger on the machine, because we all want to upgrade. We all have the smaller machines and we all want to upgrade.
Yeah.
And so we've done just that with our 19x Elite, right, Kathy? With our 19x Elite, to bring it forth for the community, for partners like Ken's who understand, hey, let's get product that services this price range and that price range. And for, $64.99 before the rebate is phenomenal. And then pretty much under $6,000, or right at $6,000, to get your free frame, to get the 19x Elite,
the light bar,
those accessories. But more importantly, there's no price on customer service. No. You can't say, well, I'm gonna buy the machine, how am I gonna get taken care of? There's a price. You can't put a price on that. That is something that has to be done, and like Ken's does it phenomenal with their customer service.
Amazing, yes. And I love when I'm talking to customers and they're asking, who's a dealer in my area? And there's not one quite in their area. Well, who do you recommend? My favorite person, gotta say Ken's. I love to send them out to wherever area they are, but if there's not one in their area, Ken's is the one to go, because they've got that extra service.
They do.
Yeah.
Awesome. They do.
Yeah.
They do. So a lot of great comments, but bringing this all back around, Brad and Kevin, the machine itself is like, oh yeah, we can talk for hours on the machine. Yeah. But I don't really want to, because it's just so easy. There's not a lot of like, okay, we need training. You got to come learn how to do this. You got to learn how to do that. You got to watch this video. Sure, those videos and the resources, they help. They absolutely help. And you guys have phenomenal help with your service as well. But don't let any of these things stop you from like, I can't, I won't, it's too much, I don't have the space, I can't operate it. The machine, again, there's not screens on the side of the machine. There's not electronics needed. I like to think about it as like your own domestic, but stretched.
Yes.
Right? Those easy to use domestics that have the pad print to thread, has a start-stop button, bobbin, M-class, all those things that you already know and familiar with the 19x Elite, it just makes it even that much better and bigger. Yep,
and it's familiar. I've been sewing on a smaller machine for quite a few years, but I decided I wanted something bigger, and I got home and I put it together, and it was like I was on my smaller machine, but with more room. It wasn't hard. It didn't take any time to figure it out. Super easy instructions.
Yeah, super
I love
easy.
that.
Now, I know quilter. Sorry, go ahead, Brad.
Whoever's in charge of your guys' packaging and instructions is like the best. This is the easiest. It's just a step by step. You got a number box. You say, take this number box, put this screw here. It's so easy to put together. I love these machines.
Yes. It's done very well.
Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's another thing, right? Setup. And I know, Brad, you do, I say you because you do a lot of it, but Ken's, you guys build a lot of business from like supporting your customers by setting up if they're in your area. And even, there's a few hours that you drive, Brad, to even go set up. So if you're around, I don't know how big the area is, but maybe you can talk about some of the service parts that you're able to go to based off where you're at in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Well, I've actually got set up to go to Indiana in the next couple of weeks. So we're going from Alabama to Indiana. I've been in north of Atlanta this past weekend, down in South Mississippi, heading to Jackson. It's just like anywhere really. Just give us a call and we'll work it out. Chances are we're already going to have somebody in here because we've got a team that does this. We hit the road, we take trades, we set them up. One thing that's involved in setting it up too, it's not only just setting it up. We're going to put a quilt on it. We're going to quilt. We're going to sew it. We're going to answer all your questions. When we walk out the door, you're going to be ready.
Yeah, Brad's been to South Carolina. I see Kat. She says she's in South Carolina. He's looking for an excuse to go to Hawaii. So
I'd even do that for free.
I'm always looking for an excuse to go to Hawaii.
But all funny aside, Kevin and Brad, that's one thing that you guys do that not a lot of dealers do around your area. Brad, you're willing to sacrifice time to make the business even better, to support even Ken's as a company that you've been for since 2002, I think is what you said, right? You've been with them since 2002. So none of that stuff you could put a price on.
Right.
It's very hard to get that customer service, get that care, because a lot of times you feel like you're just a number to a company you pay for. And as soon as
not with Ken's.
As soon as Ken's gets your money, you're their customer.
Yeah.
You're their support. And they're there to support you and not just, thank you for the sale and then, what's your name again? It amazes me. I'm going to bring up a show we do together, but a lot of people, they know you guys.
Yeah.
They know you guys and you know them too. You don't forget a lot of names. You remember them and it always puts a smile on my face, Brad, when someone's bought from you several years back and you still remember who they are. And that's very important.
Yes. I love working the shows, getting to see these people that just see once a year, but they always show up.
Yep, absolutely. But Kevin, your dad did a great job on building a business surrounding customers. And again, price is one thing, and I don't want to throw light on that because $6,000 for a 19X Elite. And those freebies. Don't forget those 1,000 accessories, the free light bar, the free frame that you get, the support that you're going to get. Your dad built that around a structure that I think is very important, and I think we lose that quite a bit. And so I can honestly say that it's been a very professional business partnership with you guys as we see how you interact and we hear about it. And when we hear about it, that puts a smile on my face. So kudos to your dad for starting that, and then for you as well, Kevin, for continuing that tradition on and on and on.
Well, we realize, we're in business to feed our families, and we realize we do make a profit on everything we sell, but it's not all about the profit. When I hear customers call back, just yesterday we got a letter in the mail from a customer that's extremely happy with the purchase they made. That makes me happy knowing the things and the products we're selling is making a difference in other people's lives. It's not all about the dollars and cents, but it's also all about our customers being happy, getting what they want for their hobby and their time. I know what I like to do in my own hobby, my own time, I get enjoyment out of. Well, we're doing the same thing here. We realize it's very important to you. So a very much thank you to everybody that's purchased from us. If you have questions about the machine, anything that's been brought up here, give us a call. We can go over all that with you. We've had several ask about delivery and setup. We can talk to you about all those things as well and help you find the right Qnique that's right for you. This special here, we're working already on the next event, and we will not overlap products in our next event. And we want you to know it's going to be great. I can't tell you right now what it is, but as soon as we have the date set up, sign up for it, and it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, speaking of signing up, I'm feeling like we should maybe give the customers maybe one more gift. What do you guys think? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. What do I want to give? I think the free motion starter kit. Now this is so helpful. It was wonderful for me when I was starting out learning how to quilt. So again, this was randomized.
Right?
Yep, pre-registered. Ready? Who is our winner?
Free motion starter kit.
Dion Shepard. Congratulations.
So, Yeah, congratulations. So
Yeah.
the free motion starter kit, as Kathy mentioned, has
Yeah.
helped her start. That's just what it is, a free motion starter kit. It's going to have everything you need to start your free motion.
Yeah.
Earlier today, I was asking about who's scared free motion, and everybody's like, oh, me. If there's any stumbling blocks that's going to prevent you
Yeah.
from buying a product that's going to make you happier, people always say, I want to dream of that, I want to dream of that.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to make your dreams come true. The free motion starter kit, that's going to help you along that journey
Yeah.
because it's going to give you some tips and tricks to help you with your free motion. There's even a pattern in there that you can trace
Yeah.
to get that muscle memory, and that's what's important about free motion is that muscle memory.
Practice makes perfect. That's what
Yes.
they say, and that's what the free motion starter kit helps. So if you're interested in one of those, again, go to Ken's. They can get you one of those, and you can start practicing and making
Yeah.
it perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brad and Kevin, is there anything else that you guys want to throw out there to all these wonderful customers and all your customers who are watching? Anything else you want to say or add to this wonderful event that you guys put on?
Well, we very much appreciate everybody tuning in to our event again. Big thank you. I know you took time out of your day to do that. We've got a great specs. You may already have a machine. That's great. If you're looking for a machine or just have questions, maybe you're thinking for down the road, maybe Christmas time, go ahead call us with those questions that you have. We're glad to help you anytime. We want to find the right machine, the right combo for you.
Kathy?
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, I love doing events with Ken's. Again, this was our second, and they've already got the third one ready. But this pricing here,
Yep.
I mean,
limited time.
limited time, limited supply. So give them a call, send them an email.
That's right. And
They're there for you.
They're going to, and don't let little things stop you. Again, don't let free motion, obviously you can't let the cost stop you because under $6,000 for the machine. So enjoy quilting, all those UFOs, bring those out, your loved ones, relatives, friends, family, make those quilts for them using the Qnique 19x Elite on any of those free frames, on any size that you want to do on the quilting. The queen size though, you are limited to the queen on that one. Right.
And if you have any other questions on other machines and frames, remember that rebate, it goes for any of those combos. So give them a call. They can tell you what the pricing would be on that as well.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all taking time to watch.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ken's.